Morning everyone. This is Ronak from Alabama Muscat. Beautiful day. Just about -20. Tropical weather, right? So I'm in the far north of Canada, especially northern Ontario. It's not the concrete jungle that you know Canada for. Not your Toronto, Calgary, Brampton, Mississauga, London, Vancouver. Nope. This is the north. I'm living in these communities known as the reserves. Small towns, average population between 2,500 to even 4,000. That's it. I'm working for the Northwest Company as the C-store and grocery store manager. The store is quite close. That's the house that I'm putting up in. Beautiful triplex. Can't complain. A bit about Alabama Muscat. Small community, right by the shore of James Bay. James Bay and Hudson's Bay are basically adjacent, you could say, ponds, but actually they're so big they're basically a sea in themselves. They are a focal point for a lot of Canada's history, going back to the early settlers, the French settlements, so on and so forth. You gotta learn about that yourself. This community is actually very rich, not financially. They have a lot of history when it goes back to their arts and culture, their belief, their society. No exact religion was founded here initially, but then their culture and their science is their, you could say, is their own religion. Apart from that, Christianity is quite popular here. What you would find here is a lot of the people are independent when it comes to living, as in, what I mean to say is they know how to live off the land. Their fathers and forefathers have been hunters, and they know how to hunt meat, moose, caribou, and all sorts of wild animals that you and I have no idea of. But yeah, it's beautiful. It's a great experience, to be honest. It's -20, and can you imagine that's how bright the sun is? It can blind you if you don't have the right shades. So I left my shades at the housing. Don't make the same mistake I did if you come up north, because the sun's so bright and the snow just reflects it back onto your eyes. It can be dangerous. Anyways, this is the Alabama Muscat River. Yeah, it's a river. I'm walking on water. What you see here is this is also the winter road. This winter road is basically something that serves the purpose of bringing groceries with a longer shelf life or a longer expiry date. So this road is basically the only communication between the north and the south for this community. These trucks bring by essentials like your corned beef, your drinking crystals, a lot of essentials, toilet paper, which becomes very difficult to fly in otherwise because you don't have any other concrete road. So everything that's basic in this community either comes either by the road or it comes by planes. Our company owns this airline called North Star, so they are responsible for bringing in all the freight for the communities, and yeah, it's not as easy as it sounds, eh? So what we do is well, let's take a break. Those are locals, taking their whole family out for a bit of a joyride on a skidoo. Yep, that's the snowmobile that they have. Mom and the 3 kids and the daddy driving the skidoo. It's beautiful. The values here are more family intrinsic. They're not as individualistic as you would assume, since it's a Western country, but it's just the way the community has a lot of warmth, the way they interact with one another, and it's something you do miss about the older days. Not something you get to see very much now. cousins and cousins, big families. Kind of almost feels like home. Speaking of home, I, people do tend to get attached with one another. I was given this gift, this knit cap knit out of pure wool. There was a very powerful man in another community where I was learning, called Chisasabi. I was training there. His wife knit this for me, and you get close to people. Very respectful person, just like my own grandfather. It's hard, eh?